2022 is actually coming to a close, so I'm going to rank all 8 2022 theatrically released comic book movies from the worst to the best. Hi, my name is Nathan. I talk about a bunch of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share your ranking of all 8 2022 comic book movies. Over on my channel, I have more content like this. Check those out when this video is over. Be sure to like that button, click that subscribe button. It really helps a lot. And let's begin the ranking. Easily in last place, Morbius. Now, I don't think the director or anybody working behind the scenes of this movie meant to create a film as bad as this, but it's a very incohesive film. It feels like it was directed by several people as all of their ideas are meshed together into this one movie. It montages through its plot, it's not set up or paid off correctly, there's no emotion. I couldn't really describe Morbius's personality to you. And of course, the infamous post-credit scene where it defies any logic, anything set up in previous Spider-Man movies as well as this movie. But this movie is so garbage and bad that
this is a very famous picture, Laura.
Number 7 is Thor: Love and Thunder. This is a movie I initially liked at the theater, but it has not aged well at all for me. Taika Waititi decided to take the goofy sliders and crank them up to 11, and we got a film that was just too goofy for anything else in the MCU.
Take off your disguise and flicker.
There's this villain he puts in Gore the God Butcher who claims all gods must die. But he's in the wrong movie. He's in a film that is just way too goofy for it to be anything to be taken seriously. And so the tone jumps all over the place. And it also, because it was so goofy, it felt like just a parody of Thor, a parody MCU that you would find on YouTube. And so this one was a total letdown and it was so disappointing. Number 6 is the DC League of Super Pets. A fun, nice little family movie. It has the tropes of classic dog, man and his dog story.
And I'm up. Okay, Crypto. We'll go for a walk.
And classic DC superhero tropes. And so that's a bit of that sprinkled in, makes it enjoyable. And there's also some nice references and Easter eggs to other DC movies all throughout the film. It's good enough. It's fine. It's not one I'd personally rewatch, but something for the whole family to enjoy. Number 5, Samaritan. This movie disappointed me a little bit due to how excited I actually was to see this film when it first came out. But it's still a good enough, enjoyable enough movie. It has this interesting premise about Sylvester Stallone playing a retired superhero that may come back in the future. I certainly do have some problems with it. There's a predictable twist, and you can see exactly where it was going. But there is some nice star power. Obviously, Stallone is in the lead. It's watchable and fun, but the only thing is that it's just...
And I wanted you to be better.
Number 4, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Sam Raimi's MCU horror film is a film that is actually good to me. I'm one of the few people who actually likes Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. There's a bunch of weird effects put in it in Sam Raimi style, fun multiverse cameos in the Illuminati, even though they are wasted. Now, I will say that there are too many plot devices used in the movie conveniently, and there's not as much madness in a movie that I would call Multiverse of Madness. But this is a film that is still just an enjoyable film. Just, I wish it could have been better. In third place, Black Adam. While this is a film that not everybody likes because it feels like it was made 15 years ago.
Well, I do.
Now, the film has several forms of entertainment. It just throws every single form of entertainment at the screen. Whether it's talking about banter and dynamics between characters to actual noble sacrifices, it has every form of entertainment. It's very straightforward compared to a bunch of the films in the DCEU. But there are some nice dynamics here and there between some of the characters. And it's just a good time at the movies. Our runner-up is going to be The Batman, a great adaptation of one of my favorite superheroes from Matt Reeves. It's the Batman that I've been waiting for a long time. It's a detective story with Batman, and I absolutely do appreciate that. It feels very grounded for all these wacky characters like Batman, Catwoman, Penguin, etc., but it's so grounded and dark with a lived-in Gotham that it's just a very intense film. Now, I will say I was a little disappointed because I was so excited for this movie, but I still think Matt Reeves nailed it. It just could have been a little bit better, and it would be at that number 1. But for me, coming in first place, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. A return of form for Phase 4 that was dealt a very heavy hand with the death of their lead actor, but it manages to be a proper tribute to T'Challa as well as Chadwick Boseman. The side characters from the first film work as leads in this film. It's a more mature story in the MCU. It's very emotional, one of the more emotional films in this franchise, and it has some great new additions like Namor as the villain is just great, and I think even if Chadwick Boseman hadn't died, it is still a great movie. While T'Challa may be dead, the Black Panther himself said,
I am not dead!
And so to me, it just touches on a bunch of heavy notes. Therefore, it is my favorite comic book movie of this year. There you have it. Down below in the comment section, share your ranking of all the 2022 comic book movies. Over on my channel, I have more content like this. Check those out right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.